How can the outcome of the US presidential election hinge on just 5 counties? As the United States approaches another presidential election, it is noteworthy to observe the narrow margins that can determine victory. Due to the unique structure of the US electoral process, the total number of votes received is less significant than their geographical distribution. The voting patterns of states, and more specifically, the counties within those states, play a crucial role in the election outcome. The elections of 2016 and 2020 illustrate that even a slight shift, less than 0.05% of the votes in particular locations, could have altered the final results. By flipping or merely adjusting the voting tendencies in just 5 counties nationwide, it is conceivable that the overall result for the country could change dramatically. In this discussion, we will delve into the reasons behind this phenomenon and explore the mechanisms that could lead to such an outcome. We invite you to stay with us for the complete analysis. Understanding the Electoral Collage comprehend the dynamics of US presidential elections. It is essential to understand the Electoral College system. American citizens do not cast their votes directly for the president. Instead, they participate in an indirect election through a mechanism known as the Electoral College. On election day, voters are essentially instructing representatives, referred to as electors, on their preferred candidate within this system. Each state is allocated a specific number of electors, determined by its congressional districts and population size. In total, there are 538 electors across the nation, and a candidate must secure a majority at least 272 be elected. President. This system operates on a winner-takes-all basis. The candidate who receives the most votes in a state is awarded all of that state's electoral votes. Consequently, a candidate who wins a state by a mere single vote will receive the entire electoral allocation of that state, as if they had garnered every single vote. This intricate system has faced considerable criticism, particularly regarding the unequal electoral influence of certain states compared to others, as well as the disenfranchisement of voters. Critics often highlight that individuals in a state who supported the losing candidate, along with the fact that electors are not always legally bound to vote in accordance with their state's directives, are significant concerns. Nevertheless, this is the operational framework of the electoral system. To secure the presidency, a candidate must accumulate 270 electoral votes, which are obtained by winning in various states. Understanding blue, red, and swing states in practical terms, while elections occur in every state, the outcomes are frequently predictable. States such as California, New York, and Vermont consistently lean Democratic, categorizing them as safe blue states. Conversely, Republicans can reliably count on states like Texas, Mississippi, and Arkansas as safe red states. This predictability allows both candidates to anticipate a foundational number of electoral votes in any election. As of 2024, Democrats may expect to secure approximately 226 electoral votes, while Republicans are unlikely to fall below 219. The pivotal factor lies in the swing states, those that can potentially support either candidate, which are crucial for surpassing the 270 vote threshold. In a small village, a cat named Whiskers discovered a magic fish in a pond. The fish promised 3 wishes in exchange for its freedom. Whiskers wished for endless fish, a cozy bed, and a bell that rang softly. The fish granted all 3 wishes and swam away, leaving Whiskers content and purring in the sun. As the 2024 election approaches, there are only 7 swing states with uncertain outcomes. These states include Arizona with 11 electoral votes, Georgia with 16, Michigan with 15, Nevada with 6, North Carolina with 16, Pennsylvania with 19, and Wisconsin with 10. Both candidates are focusing their campaign efforts primarily in these states, as winning over these voters is essential. After all, if California is predetermined to vote Democratic, there is little incentive for either party to invest campaign resources there. Moreover, the 50 states are further subdivided into 3,142 counties. Election results are aggregated by county to determine the overall state vote. Similar to the states, the counties exhibit a blend of red, blue, and swing characteristics. Urban regions, including cities and college towns, tend to consistently support Democratic candidates. Even in swing states, Republicans continue to dominate rural regions. Overall, in these swing states, approximately 80 to 90% of the counties have already been determined. Consequently, it is the small number of swing counties within these states that hold significant importance. To illustrate this point, one can reference the most recent election. The 2020 election demonstrates that a mere 5 counties could have altered the outcome of the race. In Arizona, Biden secured a narrow victory by just 10,000 votes in 2020. The largest county in Arizona, Maricopa County, was won by Biden with a margin of 49,000 votes, contrasting with Trump's victory by 47,000 votes in 2016. This represents a swing of nearly 100,000 votes from Republican to Democratic, indicating that these voters are available to either party. However, had just 5,000 voters in Maricopa County, less than 0.1% of the population remained loyal to the Republican side. Biden would have still won the county, but lost the state, resulting in Trump receiving its 11 electoral votes. Next, consider Georgia, historically a Republican stronghold. Shifting demographics led to a Democratic victory by a mere 13,000 votes in 2020. Fulton County, which encompasses Atlanta, is the largest county in Georgia and is firmly held by Democrats, with a 46-point margin. Nevertheless, with over 500,000 votes cast in Fulton County during 2020, a change of less than 2% in voting patterns could eliminate the Democratic advantage and turn the entire state Republican. Lastly, we examine Nevada, where the race was also closely contested in 2020, with Biden winning by only 34,000 votes. The key areas to monitor are Clark and Washoe counties. Clark County, which includes Las Vegas and houses the majority of the state's population, typically leans Democratic by several tens of thousands of votes. Meanwhile, with only 16% of the state's population, Washoe serves as the pivotal factor between Clark County and the remaining counties in Nevada, which predominantly support the Republican Party. A mere 10% shift in favor of Trump in both of these counties, amounting to approximately 17,000 votes, would have secured Nevada for him. Consider Wisconsin. In the 2020 election, the margin was even slimmer than in Nevada, with fewer than 21,000 votes determining the state's Democratic outcome. If the Democratic lead in either of its largest counties, Dane or Milwaukee, were to decrease by just 10%, Wisconsin would have shifted to Republican. What if we synthesize these observations? Should the results of 2020 be mirrored in 2024, it would require approximately 50,000 votes strategically allocated across Maricopa County in Arizona, Clark and Washoe counties in Nevada, Fulton County in Georgia, and either Dane or Milwaukee County in Wisconsin. to produce a markedly different presidential outcome. This scenario involves just 5 counties out of a total of 3,142 and 50,000 votes out of a total of 155 million, representing a mere 0.03%. Naturally, other combinations exist as well. In reality, it is improbable that the 2024 election will replicate the 2020 results precisely. Elections are inherently unpredictable, and no county consistently delivers the same vote totals or distributions in every election cycle. Nevertheless, past elections can provide insights into future outcomes, leading us to the concept of bellwether counties. What defines a bellwether county? Bellwether counties are those swing counties that reliably vote for the eventual winner in multiple presidential elections. While they may not always provide the decisive votes needed to secure victory, their voting patterns often reflect broader electoral trends. The significance of certain counties within a state cannot be overstated. These counties often serve as a reflection of the broader American electorate, acting as a microcosm of the nation condensed into a select few regions. Success in these areas suggests that a candidate possesses the ability to resonate with voters across the country, prompting candidates to closely monitor their polling in these bellwether counties as an indicator of their overall national performance. From 1980 to 2012, 35 bellwether counties consistently supported the winning candidate in every election. However, recent electoral cycles have challenged the reliability of this bellwether model. In the 2016 election, only 19 bellwether counties supported Trump, nearly halving the previous number. In 2020, 18 of those counties continued their support for Trump, leaving Clallam County in Washington as the sole county with a 40-year streak of accurately selecting the president. As political polarization intensifies, the pool of counties that remain competitive is diminishing. In 1992, more than 1,000 counties were decided by narrow margins, but by 2016, this number had decreased to just 303. Similar to the states, an increasing number of counties have predictable outcomes, resulting in fewer counties that genuinely influence the election results, as demonstrated. Excelling in a limited number of these counties can be sufficient to secure a candidate's victory. However, in a nation with a population of 330 million, one must question the fairness of allowing a handful of counties to dictate the political landscape for the entire country. We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you for viewing our video. You can support our efforts by